Welcome to my channel, and this video will be about Christmas presents again, because this year I was totally spoiled with nice Christmas presents and coloring goodies. So I have here a huge bunch of new coloring books which I received from Amy. Amy already sent me a lot of amazing books. Because of her now I have my Krug books, and she also sent me during previous years books by Tomoka Tashira, by Selina Fennick. So she always select very interesting books. And this time I got from Amy this Mice Before Christmas coloring book. Well, now Ukrainian mail is a little bit slow, but we all accept it, because to work without light, electricity, and without air connection to countries, it really makes it difficult to deliver mail in time. So this Mice Before Christmas book, it will have to wait a little bit, but maybe I will color it somewhere in July. You know that I love to participate in Christmas in July coloring, when during the heat you can color something with snow. And it's absolutely adorable. It's again by Wendy Adelson. I already have one book from this artist, you know, this Baker's Dozen. And now I have this Mice Before Christmas. It's grayscale. Paper is a little bit thicker comparing to Amazon paper, so it will be very pleasant to work on it. Well, as usual, I do love these pictures in black and white, so I'm always a little bit afraid to start adding color. And it also will be quite interesting to read the story. I don't think that I have heard about this fairy tale, but just look at these mice. They are so cute, and everything around them. I do love their Victorian style dresses. Such a happy mice family. Perfect pictures. Well, maybe I will start from something smaller to practice how to color these grayscale books in the best way. And I think that I will try to find also this book in full color. Oh, look at these hamsters. Or maybe they look like guinea pigs. Hamsters, yeah, hamsters. So nice and cute. Usually they have the same books in full color and in black and white, so I always love watercolor pictures by Wendy Adelson. Really, really nice. Now I have my first book by Linda Ravenscroft. I also never have colored any of her books, so it will be my first. And the book is printed on amazing, very thick paper, 300 GSM paper for professional artists. Beautiful. I think that I will do individual flip through for each of these books, because they deserve to have individual videos. And majority of these books, they are grayscale, so it will be a new challenge for me to learn properly how people color grayscale. For now I have no idea. Yes, I colored several grayscale portraits, but their grayscale shading was lighter comparing to what we have in Linda Ravenscroft and in Kristen Karen. For me, it's also the first book by Kristen Karen in my collection. I absolutely love art by Kristen Karen. I follow her on Facebook. Her full color pictures are amazing, but I don't know how to color such grayscale to get a result similar to what we can see on the cover, for example. So I will try to use more transparent and more opaque pencils, and we will see what works best. But if you already have experience with Kristen Karen books, I think that it's one of the huge series. I think that I saw Fairies 1, 2, 3 and other books by Kristen. So if you already have experienced which pencils or maybe markers work best on this paper, I will be very happy to hear your opinion. Now I have another crook book. You know that recently I colored in first book. It was also sent to me as a present from Amy. It's Dark Beauty. I did a couple of pictures here, and this month I really want to color Dark Queen here. That's the second which I did in November, and I want to do this month this Evil Queen. And recently I also purchased myself this Dark Queen and King, which I selected in a white version. I did a flip through a couple of days ago. And now Amy sent me these Dark Fairy Tales. Oh well, they are absolutely amazing. They are dark, they are creepy, but not as creepy as their Dark Beauty or other books. I don't think that anyone would find them, I don't know, frightening, disgusting, so many things which sometimes are told about crook books. So of course I will do a flip through for this one, but you know that I plan to finish my fairy tales by Selina Fenwick, and it will be quite interesting to switch from Selina style to these dark fairy tales. And also I plan to color in all these one-sided books with my markers. It also will be a nice challenge. And finally, now I have my first book by Camelia Angelkova. I know that she is extremely popular. I saw many amazing pictures from her wintertime, summertime mandalas and her cute animals. So I am familiar with the name of the artist, but for me it's the first book in my collection. You know that I am actually not a mandala person, but this mandala, when we have more realistic style picture inside and beautiful frame, such mandalas I do love. Here we have image of animals or some winter scenes in the middle and interesting designs. Finally, I will be able to use my Stabila pens, which I have from summer and which I don't use very frequently. And I also have my Ohuhu liners, which also can be helpful for those intricate frames. And 50 designs. Oh my god, it's I don't know when I can find time for all these beautiful books, but here we have some winter pictures, not Christmas pictures, so I can color them in January, in February, and I think that on this paper I want to test my new color pencils. Maybe they will be helpful here. So that was my present from Amy, and I also got some new art supplies from Jennifer. Here is my lovely present. Here I have Winsor & Newton Pro markers, and it's a lovely set for the skyscape tones. You can see that's exactly what I love, pastel and muted shades. They are alcohol based as all Pro markers. Here they have small nib and flat nib. I already have several Pro markers in my collection and I absolutely love how they behave on paper. The only pity is that they are not refillable. But with my speed of coloring with alcohol markers, I am sure that it will be enough for me for a long time. Now I need to swatch them. If you follow my channel, you probably know my ugly black folder, but it's already traditional. I know that I can find something more sympathetic, something brighter, but I think that I live with this folder from the beginning of my hobby, so it's kind of tradition. And here I keep all my swatches for pencils, for markers, for paints, and recently I realized that when I select markers, I need to keep them in color families. When I did this simple swatches on simple paper, but in color families, it helped me extremely to be able to select light, mid-tone and dark colors in each of the families. Before, when I had separate swatching for pro markers, separate swatch for my Arctics markers, it was very difficult to select matching colors. But now I have this for yellow, for green, for skin tones, pinks and reds. That's all pro markers which I own. So, but as I said, now I did it on separate papers and it really helped me. I think that for finishing this swatch for these colors I will need this sheet. Anyway, let's swatch them on the separate paper and then I will add them to my general swatching. But we will do it in a minute. First of all, I am quite curious because I have no idea what I have here. Well, that's definitely a Tim Holtz product from their Distress series, but I don't think that I ever seen something like this crayons. So we have 3 sets of Distress crayons. Very curious about them because, as I said, I don't think that I ever seen anyone use them. I need to maybe crafters. I think that I saw one girl used this something in these colors for aging paper, but for coloring it would be quite interesting to use them. I guess that they are water soluble as all Distress products. Yeah, water reactive pigments. Silly girl, you just need to read what is in front of you. So we have 6 crayons in each of the sets. I somewhere had prepared to be able to open them. Here I find the way, at least one of them I can open. And I'm very interested in what kind of tip they have. Aged mahogany. Yes, they look like a lipstick or crayon. And look at these pleasant colors. Nothing extremely bright, exactly what I love. Pastel colors, especially this olive green and this one they are. Oh, and this like great lavender. Let me look. Ice spruce. I think that they have the same names as Distress Oxide and Distress Ink, so everything is matching together in Tim Holtz series. Well, I think that I will do a separate video, of course, about swatching them, how they behave on various papers, how they react to water. I don't want to make this video very long, so I have now such an amazing stash of new art supplies to test, to play with, and new books where I can use them. Well, as I said, I was totally spoiled by you, so thank you for this amazing presents. They really helped me to keep my coloring spirit, and you know that art supplies and new books, they always push you to return to your coloring table and to start doing something new, even if previously you slightly lost your coloring mantra. Thank you, and I hope that in the next videos I will show you closer all these interesting products.